Number 10, Victor J. Glover, U.S. Navy captain, NASA astronaut. Now let me tell you about Victor Glover. He's a Navy pilot and an astronaut. That alone should make you sit up straight. Victor became the first Black astronaut to live and work on the International Space Station for a long mission. He helped test new spacecraft that will take humans deeper into space than ever before. What I want you to remember is this. Victor didn't just represent himself up there, he carried generations of dreams with him. Number 9, Dr. Winston E. Scott, physicist, U.S. Navy captain, NASA astronaut. Dr. Winston Scott didn't just go to space once, he went twice. Before that, he served his country as a Navy officer and studied physics. In space, he helped repair satellites that keep our world connected, our phones, our weather reports, our safety systems. Now listen closely. This man helped keep the world running while floating hundreds of miles above it. That's what happens when education meets discipline and determination. Number 8, Stephanie D. Wilson, engineer, NASA astronaut. Stephanie Wilson is an engineer and a woman who helped build the future. She flew on 3 space shuttle missions, helping assemble the International Space Station piece by piece. Now, I want you to hear this part. She's one of the most experienced astronauts NASA has ever had. That means when decisions had to be made in space, they trusted her mind. Young ladies, don't let anyone tell you where you don't belong. Stephanie already proved you belong everywhere. Number 7, Robert L. Kerbeam Jr., engineer, U.S. Navy captain, NASA astronaut. Robert Kerbeam went to space and then stepped outside of it. He performed multiple spacewalks, floating freely while repairing the space station. That takes courage, focus, and faith. But what makes him special is this. He was also an engineer who understood how things work, down to the smallest detail. Remember this, children? Bravery isn't loud. Sometimes it's quiet and very prepared. Number 6, Dr. Jeanette J. Epps, engineer, NASA astronaut. Dr. Jeanette Epps is a problem solver. She studied engineering and spent years working with NASA before being chosen as an astronaut. Her work focuses on systems that help astronauts live safely in space. Now hear me clearly, she represents patience. Sometimes your journey takes longer than others, but that doesn't mean it isn't powerful. Jeanette shows us that persistence can take you farther than talent alone. Number 5, Dr. Bernard A. Harris Jr., physician to NASA astronaut. Dr. Bernard Harris was a medical doctor before he became an astronaut. He was the first African American to walk in space, floating above Earth while helping improve how astronauts stay healthy. Imagine that, a doctor caring for people while orbiting the planet. And after space, he came back home to invest in education and opportunity for others. That's called lifting as you climb. Number 4. Lieutenant Colonel Charles F. Bolden Jr., U.S. Marine, NASA administrator, astronaut. Charles Bolden didn't just go to space, he later led NASA. He flew on space missions, then became the first Black administrator of NASA, overseeing America's space program. That means he helped decide where humanity would go next. Children, leadership matters. And when you sit at the table, you change the future for everyone watching. Number 3, Dr. Ronald E. McNair, physicist, astronaut, scholar. Dr. Ronald McNair was a physicist, a scientist who loved knowledge. He became an astronaut and inspired young people to believe in learning and curiosity. Though his life was tragically cut short during the Challenger mission, his legacy did not end there. Schools, libraries, and programs carry his name today because his spirit still teaches. Some lives are short, but their impact lasts forever. Number 2, Dr. Mae C. Jemison, physician, engineer, astronaut. Dr. Mae Jemison made history as the first Black woman in space. But listen, She was already a doctor, an engineer, and a dancer before she ever left Earth. May showed the world that you don't have to choose just one dream. You can be brilliant and creative and curious. Little girls, your possibilities are unlimited. And the #1 astronaut of our time is Dr. Guion S. Bluford Jr., aerospace engineer, astronaut doctor. Guion Bluford was the first African American in space. In 1983, he broke a barrier that many said could never be crossed. He was an engineer, a thinker, and a trailblazer. Because he went first, others could follow. Every time a Black astronaut lifts off today, they do so standing on Dr. Bluford's shoulders. And that, my babies, is how history moves forward.